My back is better today. It's not locked up. I'm still taking it very easy, and luckily it's a work from home day. So it's lunchtime. I've decided I'm going to see if I can drive a little bit and get some food. I've come out and I've had fish and chips. And I don't do this very often, but honestly, the piece of fish they gave me was so old and dry. I took him back and made him replace it, and then I checked to make sure they didn't spit on it. But they did give me a nice fresh piece of fish to replace the inedible piece of cardboard that they tried to pawn off on me the first time. Well, this is a new one. The train is sitting on the track across the intersection, and it is completely stopped. Not moving. No hope of us turning left across that track. Can't tell what's wrong with the train. It's just not going anywhere. I wonder if it's derailed or something. There's a problem with the tracks. This is really going to screw up traffic in town. I don't know what they've done to screw up traffic, but I know that from at least Thomas, then there's Indian School, Camelback, Bethany Home, Glendale. These are all a mile apart here in Phoenix. All of these streets are closed today at about Central for some sort of stupid event. I don't know what the event is, and I don't care what the event is. It's a stupid event. Anytime they close the street down, I hate it. So I'm continuing to drive north, trying to get back home, because I cannot get across the main section of town. I don't know how far north this can go, but I'm worried that at some point it's going to turn back and I'm going to be trapped in some sort of a box. So we'll find out. It's against my general state of distrust to proceed with something like this, but we're going to do it anyway. Basically, our driveway, our carport here, has got some crack problems and has had for some time. And our insurance company has, in fact, insisted that we get them fixed, but we haven't done it. And someone has come along who has offered to do this work for a price that is acceptable. And there are reasons to have doubts about their legitimacy, but this is not the kind of job that I'm worried about. I mean, this is just, frankly, cement patching and coating. So we're gonna let them do it, and I think they're here now. No, that wasn't them. That was just an incredibly noisy vehicle. So, anyway, I won't go into the price, but it's like, this is the kind of job I wouldn't really go out and hire a licensed contractor for anyway, although they claim to be. It's just grunt work. You have to have the pump equipment and you have to have some tools that I don't have. It's nothing I do, but it's in a price range that it could be a complete crap job and it would still be better than it is, and in a price range that you'd expect to pay. So we'll see. This is the last video of my carport the way it was, and there's no money up front until they're done, so we'll go from there. Show, don't tell, that's the motto. So this has been an annoying weekend. I'm not necessarily going to cover it all by any stretch of the imagination, but since I'm out here, I'll catch some of it. We're having trouble with the kitchen sink. Now, the house had to be replumbed some years ago, and both the the incoming lines and the outgoing lines at separate times. The only way they could do the outgoing lines was to go around the house. So what that means is that the pipes travel along this route. They come down along here, out around the side of the house to the back, and then the sewer lines are all the way at the back of the property line. And so it's a long run, and they basically had to go around the house to the back bathroom and then join it up, and it's a very shallow grade, which means it's prone to clogging up. The sink is clogged. Because they redid it, I've got this clean out right here underneath the sink, and I got a snake and 10 feet down towards the other direction, and it hasn't cleared it. So there's nothing for it except to get a plumber out here to look at it, which that sucks. That sucks big time. Finally, it's a long story, but we had been convinced that we were going to let somebody do some work here patching some of the cement. Well, anyway, the workmen didn't show when they were supposed to show, and the supervisor showed up and said they were having problems on another job, and so they'd come today, and then today at the appointed time they never showed. And they never showed. And I'm certainly not about to try to contact them, but they can just go to hell. So to speak, metaphorically. That's the kind of mistake you don't bounce back from. It's no way to run a business.